Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a most marvelous day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, this video is from the diaspora, and I want to give a big shout out to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, and I hope I said it correctly. Those black people in the Caribbean are not playing. They've been in the British Commonwealth since they won their so-called independence. But the way the Europeans do independence is that they tell you that you're independent on paper, but they're still over your government. They're still the head of your state, telling you that, you're in the Commonwealth and we can be trading partners and blah, 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 blah. But they're the only ones that get anything out of it. The people in the Caribbean apparently aren't getting anything out of it because all of them want out of that Commonwealth or whatever it is that has William and Kate and the Queen when she was alive, and people coming down there, and they spending a whole lot of money to pay them to come down there for them to bow and grin and feed them and put them up for a week, and they don't get anything out of it. So the Jamaicans, the Bahamians, and especially the Bajans, the ones from Barbados, want out of the Commonwealth. They don't want the Queen or the King to be over their government, and they are having to take a stand. And so the stand that the Jamaican Prime Minister took, it may seem like a small thing, but it's really a big thing. That they had the premiere of a movie about Bob Marley, One Love, and they invited Meghan and Harry down to Jamaica to the premiere. Now, this is not about Meghan and Harry, because I know y'all don't like Meghan and Harry. This is about the Prime Minister knowing that if he invited Meghan and Harry down there and present them as their guests, he knew they were going to make the British mad. And so that's why they did it. And of course, Meghan, all dressed up in a black gown, holding on to Harry. I mean, at a point, she gotta hold his hand every second, everywhere they go. I mean, that would just get to be annoying to me at a point. You gotta hold hands all the time. But anyway, the Jamaican Prime Minister invited them down. And the British press has gone in on them like you wouldn't believe. Because I've been watching it on social media. They've been trending practically all week. And the nasty, vile things that they say about these two people, it's just unbelievable. They can't even get away from them. Those people, Harry and Meghan, left from England, and they still can't get away from them. They can't get away from the press. Everything that's going on in the world, they blame it on Meghan and Harry. I mean, something is wrong with those people. Those people are insane over there. King Charles, as he calls himself, is in the hospital. Kate Middleton is in the hospital. William is hiding under a bed somewhere. They just seem like a bunch of outdated relics that are trying to keep something propped up that they should have ended years ago. Those people are worse than white Americans. I'm sorry. They are worse. Because at a point, white Americans will move on to something else. They still think that they should be able to tell black people what to do, or that black people ought to care what they think. Pretty much like that Rappaport and some of these Jewish people are trying to tell black Americans who we should support during that war over there in the Middle East. They still think they are over black people and should tell black people what to do, which is why it was important for this man to throw it in their face and say, I don't care what you think. This says Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's photo with Jamaican Prime Minister might not please King Charles. And there they are talking to the Prime Minister. And here they are with the Prime Minister and his wife, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, posed with Jamaican PM, who gave Kate and Prince William royal warning. The warning was that they want their reparations and they want out of that British Commonwealth. They don't want them to be the head of their government. Jamaica has been a member of the Commonwealth of Nations since its independence from the United Kingdom in 1962. However, the Jamaican government has expressed its desire to reform the Constitution and become a republic by 2025. In September 2022, Jamaica made headlines when it announced its intention to remove King Charles as head of state, making it the first Commonwealth nation to do so. So they want to remove all that king stuff away from their government and become a republic. They don't want to be a part of that United Kingdom BS because they're not getting anything out of it. So anyway, they invited Harry and Meghan and the British people, including all of those suits at Buckingham Palace. They want Harry and Meghan to be ostracized by the world. They don't want anybody to invite them anywhere. They don't want them to be on the cover of any magazine. And most of all, they don't want them to be able to make any money. They want Harry back over there, but they don't want Meghan back. And I don't know, maybe she's getting a lot out of being married to him, so I can't say, but it just doesn't seem worth it to me. But anyway, the Jamaican Prime Minister and the Jamaican people who support him, I think, deserve a big shout out. It is time for us to cut this umbilical cord of white supremacy and become our own people. And we won't do that as long as they're hanging around. So this says Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's appearance at the red carpet premiere of Bob Marley's One Love on Tuesday night was a delightful surprise. With their low-key approach to media these days, the photos show the Montecito couple living their best lives. However, royalists, and that's Prince Charles and his friends, King Charles now, always have to find something to pick on. And it's their photo with Jamaica's Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, that has them up in arms. Because Andrew Holness is the head of a state, and if the head of a state invites you to his state, that gives you some form of legitimacy. And the British do not want them to have that legitimacy. The image showed the Sussexes with the Prime Minister, House of Representatives member, and wife, Juliet, and Parliament member and Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sport, Olivia Grange. Holness, the Prime Minister, shared a video clip on X that showed his friendly exchange with Harry and Meghan on the red carpet, but remember, they aren't working royals. It's the current members of the palace that he has an issue with. So this photo might not be King Charles III's favorite because it reminds everyone of Prince William and Kate Middleton's ill-planned Caribbean tour in 2022. Yes, that's when William and Kate went running down to the Caribbean, and those people told them they want their reparations and they want out of that Commonwealth or whatever it is they call it, that they keep a lock on them and their finances down there. So this is the man of the hour, and shout out to him for not being afraid to go over Prince Charles's head and invite what they would consider the outcasts of the royal family to Jamaica and treat them with respect. The reason I like it is because it's time for black people to stop being scared of white people. Because, yeah, we're going to come down there and blow you up. We're going to blow you up. Yeah, well, you're going to do that anyway if you want to. So anyway, just shout out to this man and all of the people of the Caribbean who are taking a stand against tyranny, because that's all it is. And for people in the black community who like to run around calling themselves a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss. You ain't no boss. You're not over a movie studio, you're not over a fashion house, and you're definitely not over a country. So you're not really a boss. This is a picture of the Commonwealth of Nations, and you can see that's Prince Charles there in the middle, on the front row, surrounded by what? Overwhelmingly black people who are leaders of their countries. And these white people are really controlling their resources, which is to say their economies and their money, and that's why they can't grow. That's why they can't grow and become the best that they can be. So it takes courage to do what these Caribbean countries are doing, which is to stand up for themselves. And I mean, and it's interesting that the Caribbean countries are showing more courage than the African countries. And the African countries are larger, they have larger populations, and they have richer resources. So I just say shout out to the people of the Caribbean and shout out to this Prime Minister. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about the video. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.